Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. Guard.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
Yes, sir.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-Guard. It's no telling, the panel filled with guest stars. You now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You now rocking with my man S-Guard. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S-Guard G.O.D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
What's good? What's good? Salute Giants fans. Salute Knicks Nation. Salute to the orange and the blue. You already know what it is. It's another episode of the Man-Cave podcast, and I'm your host, S. God. And on this episode, you see the thumbnail up there, man. We're going to be talking about Knicks playoffs talk, Game 6 preview with the Pacers. Also, we outside, and also we're going to do the Giants got their schedule release, so we'll talk a little bit about that, you know. So, but like I said, if this is your first time to my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it in all your social media platforms. Tell a friend to tell a friend, you know, as my man the chosen one always say, you know, tell a friend to tell a friend, you know, so it's all good. But like I said, on this episode, man, we just going to just chop it up a little bit, man. I know I ain't been on here that too much, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, going live, but I've been going live doing the watch alongs and stuff like that. So I just want to come on here, give a little recap. Like I said, so far, man, in the playoffs, man, I have been pleasantly surprised with the way the Knicks are playing, man. I mean, we are undermanned, but guess what? We make no excuses about it. The team don't make no excuses. There's always the next man up, and we just we just go with what we got. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just make adjustments, you know, from game to game, see what's going on and things like that. So it's been, like I said, this has been probably the most fun-filled playoff that I've witnessed in a while, you know, since I think Carmelo was here. But, you know, since then, ain't been we haven't had that much playoff success, but we're enjoying the ride right now. So, hey, we just going to continue to enjoy the ride, man. But like I said, so far in these playoffs, like I said, the Knicks, the 2 seed so far, they represent as a 2 seed. I mean, even though, you know, we played the Sixers who were the 7 seed, Sixers really are like a 2 or 3 seed, but, you know, Embiid was hurt. So, you know, they fell off, you know, because Maxey, you know what I'm saying, he did as much as he could, but he couldn't carry the team. So the Knicks, I mean, we dealt with more injuries than any team in the NBA this year. But guess what? We got some soldiers, we got some dogs on our team. And hey, by the time when we got these injuries, Anunoby was out, Mitchell Robinson was out, Randall was out, you know, we was like the 4th seed or something like that. Hey, Jalen Brunson put us on his back, carried us to the 2 seed, and that's where we at right now. And also, and like I said, it almost come full circle because Jalen Brunson is back to how it was like 2 months ago. Randall's out for the year, and Anunoby's out. He's been out for a minute. Mitchell Robinson is done for the year, and Bogdanovich is out for the year. So back to square one again. But hey, with all the injuries, we still doing our work. We still working. We still handing out dubs. We still handling our business, and that's all you can ask for. You know what I'm saying? And right now in this series, it's 3-2 right now, Knicks. You know, Game 6 is a pivotal Game 6 tomorrow night, which I think and I know the Knicks should be able to close it out. Listen, at the end of the day, we don't want to come back to New York. We just want to close it out in Indiana like we did in Philadelphia, close it out the same way. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing about it is we got 3 days rest, which was like a godsend for us, you know, to get to rest these guys and, you know, give us an extra day of rest. So I'm all for it, man. I'm happy we got these 3 days rest. So like I said, we got to close it out in 6 because if we go to Game 7, that's only like a short turnaround. It's 2 days. I mean, which we can still do it at home, but I'd rather do it game 6 in Indiana, close it out there, you know what I'm saying, just like we did in Philadelphia, do the same thing and take care of business. But like I said, so far with this playoff run, man, like I said, I've been totally surprised. I've been, Knicks fans have been just like all over the place, like filled with emotions because we got a team that really embodies the city of New York. These are really dogs out there. We got some dogs on this team. And I know I was telling like my boys like before the playoff, I was like, the regular season is cool, but the playoffs is where where you get your stones at. You know what I'm saying? It's like where you make your name. Heroes are made in the regular season, but legends are made in the postseason. And so far, man, I mean, Jalen Brunson's been a legend in the regular season, but he's even turning up another notch in the postseason. He's putting himself up there in some pretty good company, man. Some pretty good company up there. Michael Jordan, Bernard King, people like that. I mean, he's on a historic run. Like I said, I know Jokic won the MVP, but in my heart of heart, Jalen Brunson should have won the MVP because of what he had to endure, what he had to go through, this whole season, all the injuries and the adversities and all the, the adjustments the Knicks had to make on the fly and things like that. He put us on his shoulder. We was the 4th seed. Like I said, when all these injuries started happening and going down and guys was falling down like flies around him, he put us on his back, carried us, from a 4 seed, carried us up to a 2 seed, and we reaping the benefits. We had home court advantage against the Sixers. It was much needed. We defeated the Sixers in 6 games. We actually closed out the series in Philadelphia, and then this series, so far we're up 3-2. We're protecting the home court. But like I said, what we want to do is we want to close it out in game 6 against the Pacers right here. And the game 5, like I said, when Anunoby out, I wanted to see what the Knicks was going to make adjustments, what they was going to do with the starting line, because I thought Precious Achiuwa was going to be in there. But Tom Thibodeau came up with a great plan. He put Miles McBride in there, deuce. It was a 4-guard lineup around Hartenstein, which made it a quicker, smaller lineup. I thought the Pacers was going to have some mismatches or use it to their advantage, but the Knicks were all in that game. It looked like the Knicks were quicker to the ball. There was much, and I think the most important thing was the spacing on the floor. And I think that's why he didn't put Precious Achiuwa in there, because it was going to limit the spacing for Jalen Brunson. By putting Deuce McBride in there, now it opens it up. Now he's a shooter. So now these guys really can't help off. And also, that also brings Miles Turner away from the basket if Hartenstein is not under, So you got Hartenstein with 4 guards out there. So now Jalen Brunson has running lane. Plus, he used Deuce McBride as a screener, which I didn't even really think about too much because the Knicks really don't use too much screen. But he used Deuce as a screener. So that way, Nesmith and what's the other guy, Halliburton, when they do the pick and roll and the screen, that means Nesmith was off of Brunson, but what I'm saying, Halliburton was on him times. But for the most part, Nesmith was on, but Nesmith couldn't do nothing with him because Brunson was in his bag. He was in his bag. I could, what I'm saying, it's like there was nothing that they could do. Dude dropped 44 on him. He dropped 44. He's been dropping 40 pointers on guys all series long, all season long. So this ain't nothing new, But like I said, every time he scores on 40 points is a dub for us, man. So hey, we could get another 40 point tomorrow night at 8:30 tomorrow night in Indiana. That's going to close out the series. Like I said, so far in this playoff, like I said, man, Josh Hart has been like a demon on the boards. I mean, he's averaging like 14, 15 rebounds a game. Hartenstein, he hasn't been playing too good, throughout the whole playoffs. But when we do need him to play and step up, and he did step up, especially the last game in that 30-point victory that we had against the Pacers, which was a great way, to respond from a 30-point beating the game before. Like I said, we want to see how game 5, how the Knicks is going to come out, like with some pride or something like that after getting whooped by about 31 points. And the Knicks responded and they came back and they returned the favor and they whooped the Pacers by 30 points. So now the next thing is like to see the Pacers, like what kind of pride they're going to have. They're going to come back. They're going to make a competitive game. I mean, they have been competitive in this series. So I expect that. But like I said, going into game 6 tomorrow night, the Knicks have got to close out game 6 tomorrow night in Indiana. Take it to these guys early. Jump on these guys from the start, just like you jumped on them at home. Jump on them from the start, and let's see what happens after that. But like I said, punch them in the mouth first. I know they're going to be playing in front of their home crowd. They're going to be excited. They're going to be this. They're going to be that. But like I said, punch them in the mouth and let's see what they got. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they got and see how they respond. If we could jump on them, I feel really good. Like I said, we could either cruise to a victory tomorrow night, but like I said, we're going to need all hands on deck. Guys got to be making shots. Shots got to be shots is going to be there. We just got to make these shots. You know what I'm saying? McBride will have his shot. DiVincenzo will have his shot. And that's another thing. The last game we beat them by 30 points at home. DiVincenzo didn't have a really good game. I think he only scored 8 points, but he was off that whole, the whole game. But to beat them by 30 without DiVincenzo really scoring now, if he really and DiVincenzo's like heats up, like I said, it could be a long night for the Pacers and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to it tomorrow, man. Tomorrow night, like I said, is a big game tomorrow night. Game 6, 3 days rest. Like I said, the Knicks should be energized. They should be ready to go. And like I said, I'd rather the Knicks close it out tomorrow because, like I said, if they lose that game tomorrow, it's a short turnaround for game 7 at the crib in New York. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little bit tougher. I know the Knicks still can do it, but I would rather them do it in Indiana in game 6. It's like Knicks got to do what they got to do. They got to throw the whole kitchen sink out there. Throw the whole kitchen sink, everything out there. Leave it all out there. You know what I'm saying? And try to win that game. But now if the opposite happens, if they're getting beat, they're getting blown out. If I'm Tom Thibodeau, I'll pull the starters out early again, like the fourth quarter, or mid-third quarter, pull them out and get ready for game 7 because it's going to be a short turnaround. So that'll be the best strategy to do, depending on how the Pacers come out. The Pacers come out, hitting everything under the sun and, and doing everything that they got to do and have a big lead. There's no need in wasting the minutes on the starters. Like, just pull those guys, let the bench finish, and then, like I said, rest up and come back for game 7 in New York and close it out. But my whole thing, like I said, we need to close it out. Game 6 tomorrow night in Indiana, 8:30 tomorrow night. We're the only game on TV tomorrow night, in the NBA. So let's do it because the Celtics have already eliminated the Cavs. They're waiting. So if we close out tomorrow night, I believe the series with Boston probably is going to start on Tuesday. I think it's going to be Tuesday. I think it's the 21st. It's going to be a Tuesday. But I think, something, I was listening to something else, like if Minnesota wins tonight, then it pushes the Knicks and the Celtics series back a little bit, or the Pacers, whoever, comes out. It pushes that Eastern Conference Finals out a little bit if Minnesota wins today and extend it to a game 7 with the Nuggets. So Knicks fans, we hope the Timberwolves pull it out tonight. And also, we hope that we take care of business tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Salute? What's good, my Jay? What's up, Shaolin? Fantastic. We got to close out and get ready for Boston because, Boston already talking smack or up there already. They already talking smack. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be like Knicks. Everybody want the fan base. Now they see the Knicks fan base getting all crazy now. Everybody want to get crazy now and, emulate the Knicks fan base. But guess what? We're the original, you know what I'm saying? You can't duplicate us, you know what I'm saying? You can't be us, you're not us, you know what I'm saying? We original. Knicks fans are the first fan base out there to be out there after every game, you know what I'm saying, a playoff game, shouting outside the stadium, where is that, on the road, at home, wherever, you know what I'm saying? I know other teams celebrate their team's championships and all stuff. Knicks fans celebrate team wins in a playoff, you know what I'm saying? We're like the first fan base to do it. Like I said, I hope people don't start copying us and start doing the same thing. Because like I said, we different. Our fan base is different. We got our own, you know what I'm saying? Our fan base have a life of its own, social media, everything. Everybody want to do what the Knicks do, you know what I'm saying? Like, do your own thing. We do our thing, you know what I'm saying? Boston been winning for a minute. I ain't been seeing their fans out there after playoff wins. I only seen them after they won the championship. But as soon as the Knicks start being outside, now everybody want to be outside. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be outside now. Knicks fans is killing it right now. And social media can't get enough of it because Knicks fans is going crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, tomorrow, game 6, we got to take it to these guys early. Get on these guys, jump on these guys like from the gate, jump on these guys just like we did in the Garden. Jump on them. Punch them in the mouth and let's see what they got. Like I said, probably going to be the same lineup again. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what the Pacers going to do, but it's going to be probably 4 guards again tomorrow. like I said, we beat them on the boards. We beat them on hustle plays, which was a great thing because that's basically what it comes down to in the playoffs is hustle plays and also the rebounds, and second chance opportunities. We was getting a lot of second chance opportunities. I mean, what was the I think the rebound edge was like 53-29, and Josh Hart had 11 rebounds. Hartenstein had 17, 12 on the offensive board. So they had 28 rebounds between those two guys. So those two guys had the same amount of total as the Indiana Pacers team total. So that tells you, like, yo, the Knicks was out there rebounding. Like I said, the guards was helping out. It was getting loose balls, getting deflections, and that's exactly what we're going to need. And like I said, the Pacers, like I said, for a big team, the Pacers are they like a finesse team. They're like a soft team. You know what I'm saying? They play soft. For bigs, they got a lot of bigs, but they play soft. Their guys are standing on the outside on the perimeter shooting 3-point shots instead of getting down there in the paint posting up. Because the Knicks got 4 guards, and all the Knicks guards are like 6'5", 6'3", 6'1". You know what I'm saying? You should be out there like posting guys up, mismatches and all that stuff, and owning the boards down there. But if your big guys want to stand out there and shoot 3-point shots, then it leaves rebound for the little guys to go in there and get it, and that's what the Knicks guards was doing. So hopefully, like I said, the Pacers don't adjust and the Knicks come out with the same energy, do the same thing again, and get on these guys and take it to them, man. Because like I said, the Celtics waiting. Like I said, I think we're going to close it out in Game 6 because, like I said, I'm one way to meet the Celtics. Yeah, they beat us 4-1 in the regular season. I mean, but we the one thing with Boston, we have not played them with a full healthy squad, so we're never going to get to see that this season, and we won't know. But like I said, I like our chances and stuff like that, and we're going to give them a game and stuff like that. It ain't going to be no easy cakewalk for the Celtics, I'll tell you that much. So they're going to have to come to play. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be no cakewalk. So they better bring their lunch pail and hard hats because it's going to be a fight. We ain't going down without a fight because the Knicks, we're going to keep coming. I don't care if we down 10, 15, 20. We're going to keep coming. We're going to keep coming on these guys, And like I said, looking at the other series, I was kind of surprised at Minnesota. It's kind of surprised with Minnesota. Man, I thought that series was over with the Timberwolves and Nuggets when the T-Wolves won the first 2 games in Denver. I thought that was going to be a sweep. I thought the Timberwolves was coming home and they was going to dominate the Nuggets in those 2 home games and sweep the series and end it. But man, the Nuggets came back with a vengeance, and they also made a big adjustment that I didn't even see coming. Instead of running the offense to Nikola Jokic, they running now through Aaron Gordon, and that's making a big difference because Gordon is like 6'8", 6'10", but he's a big guy, and it's like, so it's almost throwing like the Timberwolves off, like, they haven't made an adjustment to that. And the Nuggets have won 3 in a row. And now the Nuggets they have the series in hand, and sad to say, I think they're gonna close it out. They're gonna close it out tonight in Minnesota. They're gonna win 4 in a row. I mean, Jokic had a great game the last game. I think he had 40 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, he was just doing everything. They couldn't stop him, even though they got the defensive player in Rudy Gobert, but he really wasn't doing too much. He ain't really do too much. And Jamal Murray's getting healthier, whatever. He's, scoring more and stuff like that. So that's helping him even more. Gordon is stepping up, Michael Porter Jr. So, I mean, they got players. They got players. They got some studs on there. So if those guys all play up to their potential, they should have won the series, but like I said, at the beginning of the series, it didn't look like that. It looked like Minnesota was totally outclassing them. I thought the Timberwolves was about to like sweep them boys. I mean, Ant-Man was going crazy, but since then they quiet them down and stuff like that. Karl Anthony Towns really, he ain't been doing too good in the series and stuff like that. That's another thing. If Karl Anthony Towns, if he can match like Jokic, put up some 30, 40-point games, that could help the Timberwolves, but he hasn't been playing like that. He's been getting a lot of foul trouble. But yeah, the Timberwolves, like I said, they're on their home court tonight. They have to show some fight. They got to put up a fight tonight and win this game. Find some way. Anthony Edwards is going to come out. He's going to do his thing, but he's going to need some more help from other people. Like I said, he's going to need some help from Karl Anthony Towns. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to have to step up. And Rudy Gobert is going to have to step up too. You know what I'm saying? He has to play some good defense and push Jokic out and stuff like that, make shots more difficult for him and stuff like that. So they really got to come to play. They have got to come to play, man. Them guys got to come to play. But tonight, like I said, if the Timberwolves put up a fight, they do everything what they're supposed to do, they should be able to win the game and send it back to Denver for a game 7. But the Nuggets look like they got their number for the last 3 games in a row, man. So unless the Timberwolves can make some type of adjustment, this might end. There's a good chance it's going to end tonight. End tonight in 6 in Minnesota, and then the Nuggets going to show why the NBA champs, the defending NBA champs, because like I said, it's all going to boil down to Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns has got to come to play. He got to bring those 30-something points, 15 rebound games or something like that. It can't be coming with no 16 points here or 18 points. He has got to play like an all-star. He got to play like an all-star, and if he has a 40 or 50-point game, that's going to be good. If he has a 40, 50-point game, yeah, got Denver respectfully. Nuggets got a good coach. Yeah. Malone's he's a good coach. He's a great coach, man. Good coach for them guys and stuff like that. But like I said, it all depends on the Timberwolves, man. It's like Anthony Edwards, he gonna get some help tonight. If he gets some help, if Mike Conley and these guys decide to step up, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, them guys step up. That should be a good series. I mean, they could take it back to Denver. That's what they're trying to do. I know I would try to do that. So you got to show some pride tonight when at home. Like I said, because Denver beat them 2 times in Minnesota. They already beat them twice in Minnesota on their own home court. So I don't think it's too much of a confidence for the Timberwolves. Like I said, if somebody beat you in your home court twice, you already know from the rip, like, oh man, these guys can win and they could beat us here. I thought they was coming home. I thought they was gonna feed off the crowd. I thought they was gonna go crazy, but since they've been in at home in Minnesota, they've been neutralized. Jokic and them been neutralizing them. Murray done been making plays. What I'm saying? They've been making shots and making it tough on those guys. Minnesota had like the top defense in the NBA, but Denver's been shredding those guys. Like the last 3 games, man, they've been shredding those guys. And the first 2 games was like a defensive masterclass by the Timberwolves. They was putting up a masterclass, but then they just they don't have no answer for Jokic, man. And like I said, Murray's an all-star. Everybody know Murray's an all-star. He's a playoff guy. He shows up in the playoff. I know he was hurt the first couple of games. He probably still hurt, but he's, like I said, he's looking much better and better. So that's helping them too. But like I said, they need those other guys to step up. Like say, Karl Anthony Towns gotta be the Batman to he gotta be the Robin to Ant-Man. As the Batman. He gotta give him a hand. They're 2 all-stars. That's what they get paid for. That's what they're supposed to do. They got to show up. So, like I said, that game tonight. But if I have a choice, man, Minnesota hasn't shown me nothing the last 3 games to go against Denver. So I'm gonna go with the Nuggets to close it out. But like I said, the Timberwolves win, then I can see them pushing the game 7. But I still see the Nuggets winning this series now. Going back to Denver. But like I said, with our series, like I said, we got to close it out tomorrow night in Indianapolis. Tomorrow night, 8:30. We the only game on TV tomorrow night. 3 days rest. Knicks, like I said, come out fresh, come out with some energy, play with some energy. Because like I said, the Pacers going to be feeding off their home crowd. Because you saw when they was playing at home, they was feeding off their home crowd. But then when they got to New York, they was back to being shell shocked again. Like they wasn't talking and doing nothing, to the crowd and stuff like that. They was being they was real quiet. What I'm saying? The Garden had those guys shook. So, like I said, Knicks could just go take it over there. And Josh Hart, hey, you don't want to go back to Indianapolis. Like, hey, man, just close it out tomorrow night against those guys. Show them what you got, man. Show those guys what you got, man. Show them. Like I said, we're going to need DiVincenzo, Hart, Hartenstein, McBride, Precious Achua. Like I said, need all of them. And also, man, off the bench, Alex Burke. Alex Burke had been like a forgotten piece, like a godsend, man. It's like, yo, he saved us like the last 3 games. I mean, Alex Burke's been scoring like 20 points, 18 points, 15 points, and those points are all needed. They're needed. What I'm saying? He's been a forgotten man off the bench. I don't know. I think they said something like he was hurt. His shoulder was hurt. That's why he ain't been playing that much. But, hey, we need that guy shooting and stuff like that because he's one of those guys. He's a crafty vet. He can make shots. He's not afraid of the moment. He done produced in the playoffs before, and he's shown now he's producing in the playoffs now. Like I said, so with us, with Indiana tomorrow, yeah, they're going to want to shoot the ball. If we could just run them off that 3-point line, play physical with them, get them rebounds, box out, get the loose balls. Man, we should be all right, man. Because like I said, the most thing with them is they're shooting. If they're not shooting the ball well, they really ain't doing too much, doing too much other things anyway. They're not known for rebounding. You know, they're not one of those like really hustle teams. They're more of a finesse team, like I said. So they could just really get into those guys' shorts and things like that, stay up on those guys, fight around some of them screens because they're gonna be sending a lot of screens to get wide open shots, 3-point shots, and limit that stuff. Because like I said, the most when I've watched the Indiana series in this series, Halliburton, Miles Turner, Nemhart, most of their shots are wide open. So if you got a man on those guys, they're really not going to put them shots up. The problem is, like I said, the Knicks haven't been fighting over some of them screens like early on the playoffs, but it looked like they was fighting, the other night. And they keep it up tomorrow night. Like I said, fight over those screens and make those shots very difficult for them. Make a lot of misses. Knicks get those rebounds. Yeah, it's going to be over tomorrow night in Indiana. We're going to be getting ready for the Celtics. And it'll be the Knicks' first time to the Eastern Conference Finals. I want to say since, is it 99? I want to say it's 99 because, the Carmelo, we didn't get to the Eastern Conference Final because of injuries and some things like that. So it'll be the first time since 99, man. That's like 25 years. The last time we got to play in the NBA Finals too, so like I said, right now, as a Knicks fans right now, Knicks fans all over the country, man, it's been great for Knicks fans. We're reveling in it right now. I mean, Jalen Brunson has been this, like the superstar we've been waiting for and things like that. We've been trying to, put our name in the hats for everybody else in the past, and ain't nothing been coming our way. And this one finally fell in our lap during free agency. It was a great thing. And like I said, he has been everything and much, much more than the Knicks had hoped for. He's like doing his thing, carrying this team, whatever he got to do, he's going to do. And like I said, so when Jalen Brunson's on the court, what I'm saying, we always have a chance. That's the main thing with the Knicks. We always have a chance when Jalen Brunson is out on that court. We got a chance. And that's all you can ask for. Only thing he needs is he just need his role players and those other guys to step up and help him. When he passes out to them, wide open shots, things like that. Knock down the shots, rebounds, fast break, whatever you got to do. Let's get some baskets. And that's another thing with the Pacers. They was getting a lot of fast break points, cherry picking, and they're a team that gets the rebound. They'd be out on the run anyway. So, but if we could limit their fast break points, like I said, and 3-point shooting and stuff like that, yeah, we should be able to close out the game tomorrow night in Game 6. That's what we want to do. Like I said, we did it against Philadelphia, close it out in Game 6 at their home, and we should do the same thing with the Pacers tomorrow night. It's gonna be, now, don't get me wrong, it ain't gonna be like it's a cakewalk, because Pacers got embarrassed by 30 points, just like the way the Knicks got embarrassed the night before. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out with more of a fight too, and try to take this thing and stuff like that, and take it to a Game 7. But like I said, the Knicks put forth the effort, like the Pacers put forth the effort. Both teams put all their effort out there. I like the Knicks' chances. So, like I said, tomorrow night should be a great game, man. Jalen Brunson, like I said, with 3 days rest, it's like we couldn't ask for anything like that. 3 days rest to get some of these guys healthy, a little bit healthier and stuff like that. Get some good sleep, get out there and take it to these Pacers, close out that series, man. Because the next series is going to be a dogfight too. With Boston, it's going to be a dogfight. So what you guys feel like? How you guys feel like is some of the things that the Knicks should watch out for tomorrow in Game 6? Another thing is foul trouble. So we all know, like I said, the one person that really can't afford to get in foul trouble is Brunson, man. Can't get in foul trouble or things like that, or get hurt or something like that. Don't even want to speak on that, but those are things like this to come up and stuff like that. Because you saw the last time when Brunson left the game in the first quarter, and he didn't come back till after halftime. It's like Pacers went on that big run because, like I said, the Knicks didn't have like somebody that could, run a team and space the, run a team and basically like a playmaker, like a secondary playmaker. And that's what we didn't have. Like I said, Deuce wasn't doing it. DiVincenzo or Josh Hart wasn't doing it. So hopefully, like I said, Brunson and these other guys just got to stay with their, got to help out. Right. You just got to stay intense. That's it. Got to stay intense with high energy. Yeah, we do. Like I said, high energy, like I said, but for the most part, trying to be disciplined with it too, because we don't want to be doing too much reaching and fouling, because I'm pretty sure we're going back to Indiana. So, they might get the like lucky whistles and stuff like that. They might be calling ticky-tack fouls, so we can't afford to get in foul trouble like some of our key players and stuff like that. So we just got to stay in front of these guys, play good defense, and also be smart with the fouls too. If you got to foul, you got to foul, but don't just be giving them fouls just to be giving them fouls. Like this, if it's an and one, make sure they don't make the basket, make them work at the free throw line for it or something like that, But like I said, I think the Knicks will be focused. And I think the Knicks know what's at hand tomorrow, because it's been a 3-day rest. But after that, it's a short turnaround for Game 7 on Sunday. That'll be a 2 days, Game 7 Sunday in New York, playing, travel day and stuff like that. But like I said, the Knicks should be all right tomorrow, man. Should be all right tomorrow and take it tomorrow. Another thing I was going to talk about, the outside. We outside, you know what I'm saying? We outside. That's the phrase for Knicks fan. That's the Knicks model. We outside. But what we mean by outside is the Knicks are outside at your stadium, anybody's stadium now. It's like Knicks fans are taking over people's stadium now, and it doesn't matter where it's at, Philadelphia. I'm down here in the A, so anytime the Knicks come down to Atlanta, it's like, Knicks South down here at State Farm Arena. So, Knicks fans take over that. They've been doing that for a while. And Miami, they've been doing that ever since in the day, even in the 90s when they had Alonzo Mournings. That was Knicks South down there too at the Miami Heat Arena. So Knicks fans been taking over that this year in Charlotte. Knicks fans taking over Charlotte. So it's like this momentum is like this is a movement. This is not no fad or no nothing, but Knicks fans are waking up. This is a movement. Knicks fans are taking over arenas and stuff like that. They go into all these games, especially in all the big cities. There's a lot of Knicks fans in all the big cities. So that's what people don't realize. Like, hey, it ain't like they just going there or they just moved there. They've been there. Now the Knicks are good, and it's going to get even, like I said, it's going to get even bigger. The momentum is getting bigger and bigger. You see all the stuff out there, Knicks fans going crazy, things like that. So, it's like, Knicks fan, like I said, it's so crazy now. Knicks fans got like their own social media and stuff like that. How crazy Knicks fans are outside these stadiums and stuff like that, man. I'm gonna show some of this in a little bit. Show some Knicks fans taking over, Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can bring this up. They beat Philly. Yeah, we have energy fans and stuff like that. All right, this is the Knicks fans that they beat the Sixers.
You're a pussy! Don't you wish you come to the Knicks? This series is over! Yeah, we smoking on that Sixers pack, you heard?
Fuck Will Smith. Fuck Philly cheesesteaks. Fuck $3. Fuck the whole Philly.
Tell them take that shit back down the turnpike.
DiVincenzo.
Say something about Passover. Harstein, pass it over. And DiVincenzo said, splash. Happy Hanukkah. We rolling with the Knicks, boy. The Knicks is on fire right now. We gonna move.
It's big Knicks. It's Knicks all day. You seen what the fuck we doing out here. Get ready. Coming to Philly, game 3, game 4. Let's go, New York.
I've been a Knicks fan since 1979. I was here when LJ's full-court play. This is the craziest fucking game of my life, bro. Fuck me. Yo, MB.
Ours, man.
Fuck my
Fan basketball, football, everything. Fan
think you are, I am.
That'd be crazy, man.
Hey, yo, check it. Philadelphia, the Them Philly cheesesteaks is shit. Embiid, you a shit. Knicks in 3. Chopped cheese every day.
What's good, New York City? The fuck we feeling tonight? Fuck Philly. Fuck the Heat. Fuck the Celtics. What do we want?
What?
We want the fucking Nuggets. Yeah! Fuck Trae Young. Fuck Trae Young.
Mhm. Crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Then you got the Knicks fans sick. It's crazy.
Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5.
Crazy. That's what I told you. It's crazy, man. Like I said, our fan base is taking over, man. It's like, hey, and like I said, it's not just going to be Philadelphia. It's not just going to be Indiana. It's going to be all over because this Knicks thing is getting even bigger and bigger. Like I said, by next year, it's going to be all over, and all these arenas coming soon at an arena near you. Knicks fans, Knicks takeover is going to happen in every NBA arena. Knicks fans, like I said, they awake, they waking up. You know, the Knicks again, Knicks are good. And when the Knicks are good, you know how it is. The Knicks fans all over the place is going to go crazy, man. They're going to get wild tomorrow, you know, wild in your city. Like I said, the only two choices you have, you just gonna have to accept it and respect it. That's about it. Accept it and respect it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. It's a Knicks world, and we're just living in it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. Like I said, Knicks finally are good. You know, and it's good for basketball. When the Knicks are good, it's good for the NBA too. They say that all the time. You know, sports like when the Knicks good, it's good for the NBA. It's good for basketball. You know, because it's is the biggest market in the NBA. So when that goes a long ways too. But like I said, for the longest, Knicks been struggling for the longest, but we finally putting all the pieces together now and stuff like that. Hopefully, like I said, in the off season, they could tweak it here a little bit or whatever they're going to do and stuff like that to help the movement grow. But like I said, so far we got a solid foundation, we got a solid base, so that's going to be all good, going forward. Like I said, but we got some dogs on this team, and like I said, add some more pieces. Hey, going to be even more. We're going to be even more of a threat. Like I said, me personally, like I said, the Knicks, as the way they're currently constructed, when healthy, like I said, the Knicks cause a lot of noise. And too bad we haven't got to see a lot of that this season. We've seen it for a little stretch, with Randall and Anunoby, with Brunson, he was like 17-2 or something like that. But Mitchell Robinson was out for the year. What I'm saying? He was out at that point. So next year, if they come back with everybody, with Mitchell Robinson, everybody healthy, like I said, we won 50 games this year. If we can stay healthy for the most part, I know we can win like 60 games next year, because of our defensive defense and also our rebounding. Those are two big key things, what I'm saying, for a team: rebounding and defense. Those things travel, and guess what? You win championships off of that. And like I said, with the Knicks fans, like I said, with Mitchell Robinson in that lineup, hey, we out rebounding teams. We taking it to teams, so it ain't nothing like it ain't nothing for us, what I'm saying? Like I said, we finally getting good now. Like I said, with Jalen Brunson, he changed the fortunes of the Knicks. And like I said, the only thing we can hope for, like I said, just add more pieces. Because like I said, Knicks fans, we just gonna sit on this and ride this wave. It's gonna be great, so enjoy it while we can. But like I said, so far I'm enjoying this playoff. The Knicks have really been doing well in the playoffs. Like I said, all we got to do is finish off these Pacers tomorrow night, or if we got to do game 7, but finish them off, get ready for the Celtics. And hey, man, the only thing is like, hey, man, yeah, well, I think because Anunoby's going to be out for game 6, but he should be returning. If he comes back, he probably going to be returned for the Eastern Conference Finals, which will be a big boost for us. hopefully, like I said, I mean, he ain't gonna be 100%, but he's gonna be better than you know what I'm saying. If he's out there, that's even better. You know what I'm saying. Whatever he can give us, you know what I'm saying, at 60% or 70%, it makes it better because we got Brunson and Tatum. We'll have Brown and Tatum. So we're gonna need some size for those guys because yeah, those guys will post you up. You know, if they got the mismatch, they will post you up. You know what I'm saying. So if we could get Anunoby back out there, at least he can neutralize one of those guys, or be on like those guys and give us some size because right now we missing a lot of size with Mitchell Robinson out, Anunoby out, Randall out, and Bogdanovich out. Those are four forwards and centers. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of our problem right now. That's why we're going small with these guys with a small ball lineup. So like I said, Anunoby comes back. Yeah, I could see that. Good feeling Knicks would make it to the NBA Finals. I know because everybody got the Celtics like they're the favorites and stuff like that. But the Celtics got some they got some chinks in their armor too. You know what I'm saying? Like you think like they're gonna sweep people and just like run through them and stuff like that, but it doesn't happen that way sometimes. So when the Celtics are 15, 16 point favorite or something like that, they end up winning by a point, couple of points, or they end up losing the game. So they haven't been good with a lot of pressure on them either. So with the Knicks playing, like I said, if the Knicks play with whoever got Anunoby, like I said, we keep playing like that, we could beat a lot of teams. Heart and determination, you're going to win a lot of games with a scrappy team and a team that's not going to give up, because the Knicks can get punched, but they're not going to lay down, Yeah, we talked about that last game, that 130. I mean, the Indiana game beat us by 30 points, but that's because like it was tired legs and stuff like that. But if we ain't got no tired legs, like I said, we're gonna keep coming and stuff like that. It's gonna be a fight. It ain't gonna be no cakewalk when you play the Knicks. Rest assured that we're gonna come to play. We are going to come to play. So that should be a great series. But like I said, first things first, we got to finish up this Indiana series before we can even think about Boston. So, like I said, by tomorrow night, we'll know. We'll know by tomorrow night. At my 10:30 tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks gonna be celebrating. Waiting for waiting for game the Eastern Conference Finals. But like I said, the Pacers gonna come out fighting tomorrow. Like I said, but hey, we take care of our business and stuff like that. We should win that game, close it out, and get ready for the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, if you think the Knicks fans is crazy now, wait until we get the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, we playing Boston. I don't care what's gonna happen. Knicks fans gonna show up and show out. Yeah, Boston. There's a lot of Knicks fans in Boston too, so we'll see what happens because now teams are wary of the Knicks fans now at their arena. So now they want to make sure Knicks fans not getting the tickets. You know what I'm saying? So they're buying up all these tickets to give to their fan base and stuff like first responders and things like that to drown out Knicks fans and stuff like that. But you know how we do. We still gonna infiltrate and get in there and stuff like that. And if the Knicks win, we still gonna show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear the MVP chants from Brunson, when he's at the free throw line, and you hear that any NBA arena, doesn't matter where it's at. You hear the MVP chants, and I know the fans be trying to drown it out, but that ain't gonna help. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, yeah, I think the Knicks in 6 tomorrow. Finish that up. And what else we got? Oh, last but not least, let's talk about this Giants schedule. The Giants, let me see. Let me find where this Giants schedule at. Yeah, when I seen this schedule come out. Let's see. See if I can put it up here. Screen. Yeah, schedule. Let me see. Giants schedule. 1 second. All right. Giants schedule. So I'll see our first game of the season is against the Vikings. Vikings in it's a home game. Yeah, it's a home game. The Vikings is let me make sure it's a home game. Yeah. Preseason time and dates. Yeah, it's a home game. So the first for week 1 is against the Vikings in New York is a 1 o'clock game. And that game, I'm about to go ahead and make a prediction on. I'm making prediction on some of these games and stuff like that. Vikings game with Sam Darnold's going to be the quarterback, or probably JJ McCarthy's going to be the quarterback. Uh, I like the Giants' chances in that game, so I like the Giants in that game against the Vikings. I think it's going to be like a 24-20 game or 24-21 game, so I'll take the Giants in that game. What's going on, RC? Good to see you, bro. Salute. Yeah, everybody knows my man RC the Hawkeye guy, man. Check out his channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, man. Like I said, he gives dope contents, WNBA. He's the Aces, Las Vegas Aces, and Indiana Fever now with Caitlin Clark and stuff like that. And that's his guy team. He's an Iowa Hawkeye. He's really ladies basketball enthusiast and stuff like that. So he always got dope contents on there. Iowa Hawkeyes, whoever. Was that Virginia Tech transfers, the transfer portal and things like that. But yeah, so yeah, check out his channel, man. RC the Hawkeye guy. You know what I'm saying? RC, you can put your link in the chat, Ryan, so people go to your page and subscribe, man. They're gonna, follow women's basketball and stuff like that. And he's also Midwest, you know what I'm saying? He do Timberwolves, Indiana Pacers fan and stuff like that. So, if that's what you like, go on and subscribe to my man's channel and stuff like that. He has dope contents on there and stuff like that. Yeah, I know the Liberties is putting on the fever right now, man. It's like, I'm not even watching that game. I'm good. I'm glad though. Liberties need that, get that dub. You know what I'm saying? Start the season off 2-0. But back to this is like, so week 2 we played the Washington Commanders, or the Condoms, whatever you want to call them. Whatever you want to call them, Washington Command. I don't know what to call them anymore, but yeah, that's a dub. Anytime the Giants play the Commanders and stuff, that's a dub. I don't care. I mean, we could have like a 5th string quarterback in there. We still gonna beat the Commanders and stuff like that, because like I said, for some reason we just got their number and stuff like that. So that's a dub. We should be 2-0 in that game. Game 3 is the Browns. Is an away game at the Browns. That could be a tough game, like I said, with Deshaun Watson back now and Joku, and their defense. The Browns got a great defense with a Myles Garrett. So I'll give that one to the Browns. The Giants can win that game, but I give it to the Browns. So I'll say the Browns will take that game. Hey, don't come on here with that slander, man. Don't come on here, man. We got Daniel Jones right now coming back from that injury and stuff like that. I know some Giants fans don't want to hear it and stuff like that, but DJ will be all right, man. We get that offensive line straight. The offensive line, our main thing is the offensive line. If they can play up to their potential and help, say the quarterback, then, that'll be great for us. Give them some time to throw the ball and get it to our receivers, with Hyatt and Neighbors and stuff like that, and Darius Slayton. We should be all right. Wan'Dale Robinson, So our whole thing, the big thing with the Giants is the offensive line. That's the offensive line. Our defensive front is great. We got Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, so they should be able to wreck shop this. They should be able to wreck shop. They should be able to wreck shop our defense. So I'll give that one to the Browns. So game 4 is the Cowboys, and that one is in New York. Cowboys didn't really improve their team too much and stuff like they lost some players and stuff like that. And I know the Cowboys whooped us 2 times last year, but we always seem to kind of, if not, we seem to split with the Cowboys. So I'm going to give the Giants that one in New York. So the Giants should be 3-1 after that. Seahawks on the road. Yeah, I'm just holding on the Vikings. Chuck Cousin, we finally drafted the quarterback that I feel like we can work with and grow with. Yeah, JJ McCarthy, you know what I'm saying? We'll get to see what JJ McCarthy is made of, man. Like I said, he played at a run-heavy offense at Michigan, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't asked to do too much, but hey, we'll see what happens, man. I mean, he can't throw the ball, you know what I'm saying? He did throw the ball, not that much, but, we'll get to find out. The Vikings fans will get to find out, you know what I'm saying? If JJ McCarthy, if that run heavy offense had anything to do with it, but we'll see, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to tell me. I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me like midway through the season or, at the end of the season and stuff like that. Cause it's going to take some time, he's a rookie. So, he going to get his feet wet and things like that. So, how I go. You're going to take his lumps early in the NFL season, but yeah, it gets some cohesion with Justin Jefferson and Addison. and Hawkinson and stuff like that. Yo, oh, what's going on? Here's the real DSJ, man. Salute everyone in the chat. That's what's good, bro. Yeah, man. Just talking some football right now. Just finished talking about some Knicks playoff and stuff like that. DSJ, you know what I'm saying? What's good, my bro? Worldwide L, what's good, bro? Just chilling here, going through the Giants schedule and stuff like that, you know. So far, like I said, I got up to the Seahawks, you know. What's that? Game 5 and the Seahawks at Seattle. You know, it's been a little bit tough to play there sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And what they got, who the Seahawks got this year? They got, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and in the draft, who did they get? Was it Byron Murphy and stuff like that? Yeah, so it's early in the season. I think the Seahawks will take that game, so I'll give it to the Seahawks in this game. I'm not going to be biased and stuff like that because, like I said, everything on the Giants is going to depend on our offensive line and things like that. If they could hold up and if they got improved, you know what I'm saying, that should help us. But if that offensive line still ain't improved, man, it could be a long season, man. So first things first, we got to get that offensive line working great. You know, next game is the Bengals in New York. Joe Burrows will be back. You know, that's game 6 and stuff like that. You know, they still got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, stuff like that. So they should be pretty fired up. I'll give them one to the Bengals and stuff like that. Yeah, I know, man. So we chose to and allowed our best playmaker to walk to our rival. I know, man. Hey, it's tough, man. It's tough, man. I know we overpay for Daniel Jones and stuff like that. But like I said, hey, they was calling the bond. Like I said, he had a great season the season before, won a playoff game. So, you know, they had no choice, you know what I'm saying? Plus their record at the time, you know, they was like real down. I think they're like 24th or 25th in the draft. So they couldn't get a quarterback at that. So they had to pay Daniel that year and stuff like that. Yeah, Saquon walked to the rivals because the Giants didn't want to give him a contract this year. They offered him a contract the year before, but, you know, he didn't want to take it, you know. So it is what it is. But like I said, I'm more anxious to see, like, you know, now, like, you know, how the offensive line going to hold up. And, you know, when Saquon was there, everybody was saying he's the one that was carrying the Giants and all. So he ain't there no more. So we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We will see what happens this season. It's going to be a very interesting season for the Giants. Like I said, my optimism, like I said, for the Giants is going to be like the offensive line. I'm not so much worried about our defensive side of the ball because the defense is like, we're going to be a stud on defense, you know what I'm saying, with Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, and Thibodeau, you know what I'm saying? Plus, we got a new defensive coordinator, so we just going to bring pressure from the front four like how the Jets be doing, you know, so that's going to be even better instead of sending all the time, like a blitz and stuff like that, leaving our corners on the island. So we could just send the pressure with our front four and have them 7 guys back. That should help out greatly. You know, yeah, I saw the Giants are doing hard knock. They doing a special hard knocks. It ain't like the past where it was like, what's that, training camp and some other things. But now I think it's going like the journey before or something like that. It's going to be a different hard knocks. But so I'm going to be happy to see that, you know what I'm saying? See how that is, you know. See, it's, you know, like I guess they're going to do it from like January on and stuff like that during the free agency, the draft and stuff like that, that part of it. So that should be good. Yeah, Malik Neighbors going to win Rookie of the Year. It's like, hey, the offensive line can hold up and we can give him time to throw the ball to him and he can make plays. I mean, I don't see why not. You know, it's going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? It's going to depend on that O-line because if that O-line don't really improve, it's going to be a long season, man. But if that O-line can hold up and do some things and give us time to do some things, then I'll feel good about it. I know some people don't have that much confidence in Daniel Jones, but Malik Neighbors, like I said, that dude's a stud, man. He's a stud. I watched a lot of his films. I watched his film and Roman Dunze films. Couldn't go wrong with either one of those guys. But like you said, you know, Malik Neighbors routes, he run that route good. He's a good route runner and things like that. And his most important thing is like the yards after the catch, you know, so he can make plays after the catch, which is always a great thing when you have a receiver that can do that, you know, to help your quarterback out. So we could throw it into space and then he could just go out there and do his thing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he can do too. But like I said, it all going to depend on that line because hey, if they give him some time, he going to do his thing. And also Jalen Hyatt, like I said, we can't forget about Jalen Hyatt. You know what I'm saying? The speed burner, and also Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale Robinson had some good games last year too. You know what I'm saying, with the limited possessions that he got and stuff like that. He was coming into his own. You know, coming back from that ACL. So you know, so this season is going to be 2 years from the ACL. So I really expect him to be for like a full go, ready to go. But if you look at his quad as kept, man, the Giants got a lot of speed on the receiving core. Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, Jalen Hyatt, Malik Neighbors. So they got some speed on that receiving core, man. And then Singletary is not a bad running back. People think but he's a good running back. Devin Singletary is a good running back. So we just see how the free agency deal with the offensive line with Jermaine Illuminor and John Runyon Jr. See how they play at guards for us and stuff like that, or see what Evan Neal, if he could cut it at right tackle, it would be good. But if not, might have to kick him down into guard, because can't be coming off that right side, man. Can get our quarterback killed. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Bengals. Like, well, we up the Bengals up to the Eagles game. Eagles game in New York. That's a game. That's a Saquon game. He's going to be in New York for that game. He's going to be up for that game. The Eagles going to be up for that game in New York. But like I said, I mean, they have the better team. They should win the game. But hey, I can see that. Like, our defense. If our defense come to play, man, I could see like them trying to wreck that game plan and stuff like that. If Dexter Lawrence can get in there and Brian Burns, take Kayvon Thibodeau, that's going to be the strength of our team on the defensive side, is that front. So if we could do that and control that line of scrimmage, because, it's all about the trenches, the line of scrimmage, offensive line and defensive line. We got to get better on those sides of the ball. So for right now, our defensive side is better than our offensive side. It's more proven. So that should help. Yeah, our defense side roster. I love the Tyler Newton, man. Yo, I love that pick too, man. We definitely needed that because Xavier McKinney left, you know what I'm saying? And Tyler Newton, like I said, I think they're gonna use him like the way what's his name? Shane Bowen used Kevin Byers. Remember Kevin Byers? Yeah, I think they're gonna use him like that too. You know what I'm saying? And Tyler Newton, the good thing with Tyler Newton is he's one of those guys, he's a physical guy, so he's good at and put him as a boxer, to come up and stop the run. So, what I'm saying, he's a good tackler and stuff like that. So that should be good. I was excited about that pick. I thought we also could have got TJ Tampa, but for some reason the Giants let them slide all the way down, but they got Andrew Phillips from Kentucky to play that slot. So I want to see what Phillips could do too and stuff like that. But the Tyler Newton pick, some of these guys predicted that was going to be our second pick in the second round and stuff like that. And I'm glad we got him too. Next, so the Eagles game, like I said, I'm 50-50 on that. The Eagles have been on. They had our numbers, but I think I'm gonna give it to the Giants on that one. I'm gonna give that Giants that game. Next game is on the road at Pittsburgh. And with Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson's the quarterback right now, or, I guess we'll see how camp battle goes with him and Justin Fields. Russell Wilson, he's been playing real, he hasn't played the best, within the last couple of seasons. So that game is going to be a toss-up. Pittsburgh is always a tough team with TJ Watt, things like that. So that could be a toss-up game. So I'm going to give it to the Giants. I'm just being a little homer sometimes, but I'm going to give it to the Giants on that game. And then next up is the condoms again, or the Commanders, whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be another dub for the Giants. We always beat the Commanders. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I don't care what they do, what they've done. It's like we got their number and stuff like that. So that's another dub for us. And then next game is the Panthers. That game is going to be in Germany, and that's going to be the international game against the Panthers. And yeah, we should beat the Panthers. Brian Burns is going to be playing his old team. The Panthers, like I said, in the all season, they try to show up their offensive line. They pay Robert Hunt, and I think I know they got Xavier Legette, the wide receiver from South Carolina, and who else they got? They made some investments this year in the offseason. I know it was like with the offensive linemen. They got a couple of offensive linemen because they was getting torched on the offensive side. Yeah, Worldwide. He's a Jets fan, man. He's a Jets fan. He say he's a Giants fan, but he really like a Jets fan and stuff like that. That's what he always say. He say I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Giants fan, but the Commanders, yeah. What's funny about that? You said I'll say that all the time, man. I always say the Commanders, that's like a bye week for us, for the Giants. It's like, I was like, the NFL gives the Giants 3 bye weeks a year. The one for the for the break, and then the 2 with the Commanders. Every year we play the Commanders. And I know Commanders fans are gonna be like, yeah, we gonna win and we gonna beat y'all this year and all. So it's like, yo, y'all say that every year, and then when the regular season comes, you guys are tanking or doing something, because sometimes they don't even try to win games. Commanders on they be tanking some games and stuff like that during the season, So that'll be so the Panthers, like I said, we'll get that win for the Panthers going into the bye week. Then coming off of the bye week, that's when we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers off the bye week in New York. Baker Mayfield, they got Mike Evans back and stuff like that. Their defense is kind of good too. So I'll give it to the Bucs on that one, even though I'm not really high on the Bucs team. I'll give it to them. And then what's that? And then we'll come back. I'm gonna say this 12 or something like that. Play the Cowboys. Yeah, we're gonna play them in Dallas. Yeah, that should be a winner. The Cowboys probably get that win in Dallas. They at home. Then the following week we play the Saints in New York with David. I keep saying David. Derek Carr. Derek Carr is the quarterback. Saints defense is good. Their defense was good last year. I don't know if they really improved their defense. So I'm gonna give us the dub on that. I'm gonna give the Giants a dub on that. And then the following week we got the Ravens in New York, also Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers. They had a good draft and stuff like that. I mean, we beat them the last time in New York, but like I said, I could see the Ravens winning that game. So I'll give the Ravens that game. Now the next game is the Falcons here in Atlanta. I'm gonna go to that game. With the Falcons, like I said, the Falcons improved too. Like I said, with Bijan Robinson, you got Drake London. Who else they got in? Got some speedy receivers. I think it was like Mooney or something like that. And they got Kirk Cousins going to be the quarterback. Michael Penix. They drafted Michael Penix. That's going to be a tough game. The Falcons are good. They play good in the dome. They're a good home team. That's going to be a tough game. Like I said, that's a toss-up between the Giants, and I could see that happen. So, but on the road, I'll give it to the Falcons on that. I'll give the Falcons that one, even though I think the Giants still can beat the Falcons. Corey Lee, what's good, bro? What's good, bro? Thanks for tapping in. All my guys are tapping in. DSJ, Worldwide L, Corey Lee. What said, do you guys think Theo Johnson starting that tight end number one? Yeah, I think Theo Johnson. I think he depends. If Darren Waller retires, I think Bellinger might start. I mean, he'll play too, but I think Bellinger will be more of a blocking tight end. Theo Johnson be like the pass receiving tight end. So yeah, I could see that. And I think from what I'm hearing, I think Darren Waller is going to retire. You're hearing the rumbles and stuff like that. So I think he is going to retire. Even though he's contemplating. But if he do come back, what I'm saying, then that'll be a plus for us. But if he don't come back, then we get to cut him at the post June first cut, get like $6-7 million off the cap and stuff saved like that. So we'll see. But like I said, I think Waller's gonna retire. What's that? The last game we played the Colts. He said the Falcons will lose if they win the week. Yeah, Kirk Cousins is made. That's the thing with Kirk Cousins, man. It's like, and the Giants have had success against Kirk Cousins too and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. That's an iffy game. That's an up and down game with the Falcons. I could see us winning that game. I know it's going to be a lot of Giants fans in Atlanta, because I've been to some Falcons game with the Giants in the past, and there's been a lot of Giants fans. So it's almost like a Giants, Giants crowd and stuff like that. So I could see that happening and stuff like that. Yeah, also the next one is the Colts game in New York. Anthony Richardson, he's healthy this season and stuff like that. But I don't fear the Colts, man. I got the Giants winning that game against the Colts. And then the last game is the Eagles. Depending on that game, what the Eagles going to do is the game is in Philadelphia. If they're going to rest their players, and they're not going to rest their players, but if they playing their players, I'll give it to the Eagles in that one. Saquon, like I said, Saquon's going to play in both those games because he want to play against the Giants, and we'll see. But like I said, I think that first game in New York, the Giants should take that one against the Eagles and stuff like that. But the last one, I'll give it to the Eagles if they playing their starters and stuff like that. But if they not, then yeah, I can see the Giants taking that game. But like I said, looking at the Giants schedule, let me see. Vikings is 1, 2, me see, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3, 5-3, 6-3, 7-3, 7-4, 7-5, 8-5, 8-6. Falcons won. Giants 8-7, 9-7. So I could see the Giants 9-8 or 10-7, depending on how it breaks. But like I said, because a lot of these games, like the Giants are playing, some of these games are home games. Like so the some of these are like home games and stuff like that, So I'll go, like I said, I'll go with 9-8, what I'm saying, on the season and stuff like that. Because like I said, it all depends on the offensive line. If our offensive line really come to play this season, play better than expected, we can win, like I said, at least about 9 or 10 games and stuff like that. So I'll see. But yeah. Yo, Corey Lee, yeah, Corey Lee, we definitely going to that game, man. I'm definitely hitting you up though. I'm gonna link up and stuff to go to that game. Like I said, I've been going to all the Giants Falcons game here, so I'll hit you. I'll hit your line and stuff like that. Yeah, well, DS, I can see the big Falcons Atlanta fans. Wrong color, homie. That's right, man. That's right. Yo, Giants fans be up in there, man. It's like, it'd be a lot of Giants fans in there, man. In the past, like I said, it's been fun, man, going to the Falcons game as Giants fan. Like I said, it's almost like I said, it's a lot of New York transplants on for the Knicks games and also for the Giants games here and stuff like that. So it's great, man. Atlanta's a great sports town, so that always helps it up. But how you guys feel about the playoffs tomorrow night, man? Knicks and Pacers, man. I got the Knicks closing that series out tomorrow night, man. Like I said, I think the Pacers, like I said, the way the Knicks played them this last game and put that lineup out there, I didn't think it was ready for deuce and stuff like that. It was a small ball lineup, but hey, that lineup was like scrappy. They got loose balls and they was out rebounding, out working the Pacers and stuff like that. And they was able to get over those screens, to get out to some shooters. And also with Deuce in there, Deuce was setting screens too to break, help Brunson up. And then also with Deuce on the floor, it opens up the spacing for the Knicks out there too. So that's even better for, for the shooters and stuff like that. And I think that's why Precious Achiuwa, he didn't play Precious because Precious, even though if Precious is in there, he gives some size, but it also is like the spacing is not too good out there, you know what I'm saying? So that's why he put Deuce in there. So, but like I said, I got the Knicks closing this series out tomorrow. Like I said, it's a 3-day rest. Like I said, the Knicks should be ready. They should be, rested up, energized and stuff like that. And Pacers are going to bring it, but I think the Knicks going to bring it even tomorrow because I don't think the Knicks want to come back to New York. They're going to try to close this thing out, because if they lose that game tomorrow night, then there's a quick turnaround and come back to New York for game 7, even though I know we could win it at the crib, but we got to do it. We got to do it right there in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Got to close that series out. Oh, yeah. Nah, but you see, Worldwide L, he's like, he says he's a Giants fan, but he ain't going to that game though. You know what I'm saying? If it's the Jets game, then he gonna go, but the Giants game, he ain't gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But if I could get him out the house, I'll try to get him out there to get to that game, man. Me, him, Corey Lee, whoever, you know what I'm saying? We'll be at that game and stuff like that. Corey, we're gonna see if you're really a Giants fan like that, like he said, you know what I'm saying? Good. So we'll get to see that. But yeah, that should be good, man. Like I said, I got that game scheduled. That game is the Falcons game is actually like around Christmas week. It's like December 22nd. It's a December 22nd game and stuff like that during the Christmas week and stuff like that. I was like Christmas week. I was like, that's fine, man. We'll be here. We'll be in the house and stuff like that. Can always get tickets to a Falcons game. You know what I'm saying? That's the only good thing about it. It's going to see the Giants or your Knicks in another city. You can always get the tickets much cheaper and stuff like that. But how do you guys feel about the Giants season, man? What do you feel about the Giants record, man? You can put your record in there, see how the Giants. What do you think the Giants going to do this year, man? As far as like the record, how you feel about the offensive line, the coaching staff, and the schemes and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Passing that we'll close the Pacers series. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of hear what you said with the playmaking and stuff like that, passing the ball, dishing the ball off and stuff like that. And yeah, he could dish the ball, like I said, but sometimes, like I said, he dishes the ball to Josh Hart, who be open, and he never really ready to shoot the ball, man. He gets so many wide open shots that he hesitate and pass up and stuff like that. Then he gives the ball right back to Brunson and stuff like that. The Brunson and dribble for like about 15 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So Josh Hart got to be ready to shoot that thing, you know what I'm saying? Or I know DiVincenzo's ready. I know McBride is ready. You know what I'm saying? Hartenstein, you know what I'm saying? Got to get Hartenstein in there to play like a man possessed, like how he was playing like the other night, 17 rebounds, 12 of them offensive and stuff like that. So Hartenstein is on them boards, Hart is on them boards and stuff like that, Hey, I feel good about it. But yeah, the playmaking, like I said, it should be what you call it? Cool. Yeah. 9-8 for the most part. Yeah, 9-8 is optimistic for a new roster and stuff like that. Yeah. But like I said, I mean, I think we got the sixth toughest schedule or something like that. So, but like I said, some of these games, like I said, is like it just depends, like because there's a lot of roster turnover on some other teams too and stuff like that, or some teams lost players, or they're going through a new quarterback change and things like that. So it should be exciting this season and stuff like that, man. I just want to see what our new defensive coordinator Shane Bowen, like his style, you know what I'm saying, with the front pressure, with the front four, like how he had in Tennessee and stuff like that. And then the linebackers and the corners and the safeties and stuff like that, he having more making plays and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a different scene. The Giants not blitzing like most of the time and stuff like that, bringing the kitchen sink. And if it doesn't work, you know what happens. So I'm excited about it. Deontay Banks, you know what I'm saying? Our defense, like I said, I'm more confident in our defense this year, you know what I'm saying? Even though, got a new defensive coordinator. But like I said, our defense is the best side of the ball for right now. We got to keep adding to that offensive side to balance out the roster, And getting Malik Neighbors was big. Like I said, Theo Johnson's another good guy. Tyrone Tracy is another guy a lot of people is talking about, the 6th-round pick, the running back / used to be a wide receiver. So that's another guy to look out for. Tyrone Tracy, Theo Johnson, things like that. We'll see how those guys do. But like I said, for those guys to be successful, it all depends on the offensive line, man. If the offensive line is good or is better than what we had the last couple of years and turn that corner, then we got something. But if the offensive line is terrible, it's back to the drawing board again, man. Because if you don't have an offensive line, there ain't nothing you can do on offense, man. Ain't nothing you can do. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I like to see Hart shoot like he did in the Garden. Like, yo, yeah, I just gotta say mental stuff because the rest will call this game tight. Yeah, they are going to call the game tight. And that's all I was saying. Like, going into this next game tomorrow is like, man, can't get in foul trouble. Has got to be disciplined. Can't just pick up ticky-tack fouls and stuff like that. These guys really got to, concentrate and stuff like that because the refs will be calling fouls, And one person that can't get in foul trouble is Brunson. Brunson can't get in foul trouble. If he gets in foul trouble, man, we're kind of, that messes it up. That's messed our team up and stuff like that. So Brunson got to be disciplined, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But like I said, all we got to do is rebound the ball, chase the Pacers off the line, that because all they want to do is shoot 3-point shots anyway, chase them off the line and get in them guys, man, and stuff like that. Like I said, get the 50-50 loose balls, get the rebounds and stuff like that. Limit their fast break because, they like to get out and run and stuff like that, get some easy baskets, cherry pick and stuff like that. So we could limit that. We'll have a good shot of closing out that series, But like I said, if we have to come back to New York, I feel good about us closing out the series in New York. But I'd rather close out in Indiana like we did in Philadelphia and just be done with it, because Boston is waiting on us, So, and then this series tonight, like I said, the game tonight with Minnesota and Denver, if Minnesota wins and stretches into a game 7, then that pushes back the Eastern Conference Finals by a day or 2 days or something like that. So if Minnesota wins tonight, that helps us out, but if Minnesota loses and Denver closes out the series and then we close out the series tomorrow, I think the Eastern Conference Finals starts on Monday or Tuesday. I think it's Monday. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, you want Brian Dable to call plays instead of Mike Kafka. Yeah, I seen that too last year. You know, like when Brian Dable took over the play calling for a couple of games or something like that, and stuff like that. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully they on the same page and stuff like that. But if not, then yeah, I can see Brian Dable calling the plays and stuff like that. And Kafka got to go to some, open up the offense more and stuff like that. Hopefully, because of the offensive line will allow them to do that and stuff like that. Hopefully, if that happens, then hopefully we can see, open up the playbook and stuff like that. See if we can get some plays run. They play McBride off the bench, but play him with Brunson as much as possible. Yeah, I think Thibodeau's gonna go back to McBride starting because I don't think he's gonna have Precious in there because of the spacing on the floor and stuff like that. He wants the spacing on the floor with shooters around Brunson and stuff like that, so they won't have to clog up the paint. And so if it's plus, I think he brings McBride to start so he can put him in more screens with Brunson to free Brunson up and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I see what you're saying. You play with Brunson as much as possible because he does help him out, you know. But like I said, and Alex Burke off the bench has been like a godsend. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's a forgotten man, but he's come off the bench. He's helped us out greatly. You know what I'm saying? With his shooting and stuff like that. All his points helps us. He's another shooter. He's another guy that, is a spacer on the floor. So if he's out there, they can't sag off of him, like how they sag off of Josh Hart. You know what I'm saying? They could sag off of Hart because they know Hart is not too good of a shooter. Plus, Hart really doesn't shoot the ball. When he gets an open shot, he's not one of those guys like he hesitates with the ball. So they know they don't have to send a guy out there. So that helps out even more. Yeah, what worked in game 5, I'll be ready for it. Yeah. But Achua definitely needs to trust the shoot. Yeah, Achua does. And another thing, Achua he got to play much stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like come down and when he come down in the box and try to dunk the ball, don't try to lay the ball in or put it. It's like, yo, dunk that thing, man. Pop off the ground, man. I need to see some ups. He got to get. He's like got some lazy ups right now, man. It's like you ain't been playing that much. It's like, yo, you should be springy. You know what I'm saying? You should be popping off the floor, man. Throw that thing down, man. Throw it down on the Pacers. Send a message to them guys, man. Send a message, like how Anunoby did to Embiid in that first round series. You know what I'm saying? He went down there and dunked that ball. You know what I'm saying? Yo, get some like explosion, some pop off the ground, man. Send a message to that guy. Yeah, but like I said, let's see if Minnesota. We'll see what Minnesota do tonight. Like I said, their game should be their game is already starting and stuff like that. So hopefully Minnesota, if they win, then like I said, it'll extend the series out, the Eastern Conference series out. But if they lose and close out, then it's up to the Knicks. Knicks got to close out tomorrow, or if they have to close out Sunday, then the Eastern Conference will start like most likely Tuesday. Man, it'll be a quick turnaround too, But like I said, it's gonna be a great game. Can't wait for it tomorrow. We the only game on tomorrow night. 8:30 game on tomorrow night. I'll probably either do a watch along or I'll probably be broadcasting on another channel and stuff like that. Yeah, I know that's and the Wolves, like I said, man, I thought that series was over, after the first 2 games when the Wolves took them 2 games in Denver, man. I thought the series was over. I was like, man, they're gonna sweep the Nuggets, man, because they come back to Minnesota, they're gonna be at home, they're gonna be hungry, more hungry. And they came back to Minnesota and fucking laid an egg. Lost both games at home, came back to Denver, lost again. They done lost 3 in a row. And I don't know, man. And like Denver made an adjustments after those first 2 games. They put the ball in Aaron Gordon's hands to run the offense through him. And that's been throwing the Wolves off so much they don't even know what the hell to do. So we'll see if they can make an adjustment. But Karl-Anthony Towns need to step his butt up. If he don't step up, the Wolves will be going home. They'll be going home tonight. And I think Denver will win that series. But even if the Wolves do win tonight, though, I still think Denver's going to win the series at home, in Denver. Because, like I said, now it's a best of 2 series, best of 2. And the Wolves, like I said, to beat the Nuggets twice, 2 times, it's going to be hard. I mean, they did the first 2 games of the series, but that's when Denver was like a little bit sleepwalking or something like that, I guess. But so they should be ready for these guys, man. So hopefully they win that thing, man. But like I said, I should be back on tomorrow, man. Either like doing a watch along, I'll probably be streaming with someone else and stuff like that. Might have tweaked this on. Oh man, they don't want to see a Jamal Murray, man. It's like that'd be a big loss, man, if he ain't playing. Because I mean, he's been a big he's been part of the reason why they've been winning this 3 games in a row. if he's lost, I mean, if he's got, then Minnesota definitely going to win this game tonight. All right. Anyway, like I said, man, I'll be back on tomorrow night, man. I want to thank everybody for coming through, man. My man DSJ, my man Corey Lee, Neymar, you know what I'm saying, Worldwide, LRC, the Hawkeye. Who else up in here? Shaolin Fantastic. Everybody thinks, yeah, he's grabbing that arm. He's grabbing his elbow. Not a good sign, man. Not a good sign. Hopefully he could just shake it off and come back in and stuff like that, man. But like I said, I'll be back on tomorrow, man, doing the Knicks Game 6 watch along. I'll probably either do on my channel, I'll be streaming another channel and stuff like that. Thanks for everybody for coming through. Shout out to everybody, man. Like I said, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it, man. Share it to all your platforms and things like that. DSJ, thank you for coming through, my brother. Corey Lee, Worldwide L, Neymar, Shaolin Fantastic, RC, Hawkeye, man. Thank you guys for coming through, man. And we'll see y'all the next time, man. Thank you for coming through.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85-inch screen. The game's on, you rushing, please. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.